Hey, I was just listening to my radio. I don't know, it was telling me to go. Buy this token, it was called Pump Radio. Pump Radio, it's Pump Radio. Get that money, this a token. Crypto, on Solana blockchain, it was simple. When I bought it, it was.
All right, everybody, y'all know what it is. It's the host with the most. It's your boy G-Co here with Xotics Only, IRL, first interview. And all I got to say, man, is I'm glad to be here. I'm glad we're going to be doing this. And let's get into this interview. How are you feeling?
Sure, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem, dude. No problem. So the first question I got to ask for you is go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background, man.
So first and foremost, not a lot of people do this, in the first place is full of docs themselves,
Right.
My name is Damon Jaramillo. I own and operate Xotics Only, THCA, and we operate out of Denver, Colorado.
That's it, man. That's it. So definitely, if you're coming to Denver, come check him out. And, what inspires you to create your crypto project?
What inspires me is just the simple fact that this space allows you to take your creativity literally to the limits, So with that being said, I want to provide a hub for creators to take something that's digitized and kind of give it, a real world aspect to it, That's why I want to do, these strains right here, like how you got your own strain.
That's right, man. I got my own strain now. So that's awesome, man. And, how long have you been working in the crypto space, like in general?
I've actually only been in the crypto scene for only 2 years, actually.
Okay.
And, to be honest, I feel like, it's been a very short 2 years because time moves fast in this space, as you could probably agree with. And I just feel like I've gained so much knowledge through a lot of, X spaces and just CT in general. And people like yourself, again, have kind of taught me the basics of crypto. And not only the basics, but, just it genuinely feels like I'm lucky to be around people like that.
Me too, man. And especially doing this interview, you know what I mean? I'm like, cool, you think about something that can make it happen, it happens.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Can't give up doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And if you don't mind me asking, how does it feel to be like one of the first Web3 dispensaries in this space?
It feels awesome. How I describe it is that I'm going down the yellow brick road, kind of going down the road less traveled, because, crypto, as much as it's coming around now as kind of like the norm, right? It really wasn't looked at that. So I feel like with being a dispensary and at the forefront of retail coming into crypto, I feel like I could kind of provide a sense of, relief to those who are like, well, how do I really do this and how does it work? So I kind of just want to be at the forefront of that.
Yep. Nice, man. Nice. And I noticed that you sell THCA is what these are right here. Can you give everybody a little description on like what THCA is about?
Yeah, so THCA is actually, it's a hemp derivative, and it actually falls under the 2018 Farm Bill, meaning that it's actually legal at the federal level to go ahead and ship it to, say you got a buddy in California that wants your strain,
Okay.
Go ahead and send it to him, and it's because I have all my certifications for it, So
cool, man.
It's something that's fairly easy for me, so if people are wondering, hey, I want my own strain, but how do I get it there? Just leave that to me, I got it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. So definitely that's a positive, you know what I mean? Because now you could go ahead and sell it throughout, on the internet or even like head shops, stuff like that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it gives even me a broader reach, like how you just said, I could go into vape shops, I could even gas stations are starting to sell it.
Oh, cool.
And it's like I said, the only thing I know how to relate it to is the yellow brick road, man. That's where I'm traveling down.
That's it, man. Got to follow that yellow brick road, man. That's it. And if you don't mind me asking as well, is how's your token different from others on this platform?
First and foremost, I love to lead with that I'm Web3's first dispensary,
Yep.
And with that being said, retail is here, and at the beginning of when I got into crypto 2 years ago is when I started hearing, oh, retail's coming. Well, guess what, motherfuckers, it's already here, and it's a dispensary, So that kind of puts me out of the box of, oh, he's just a content creator, or he's just owning a token just to own it, you know what I mean? So it kind of separates me from those guys, being in the fact that my coin ties directly to my business.
Yep. Yep, that's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And the next question I got for you as well is, where do you see your project within the next 6 to 12 months from now?
Hopefully I do see a lot of, in regards to the coin, I want to see obviously number go up, right? Mm-hmm. But in regards to me being Xotics only and putting my business first, the main thing I want to see is strains for everybody all across CT. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you put out a coin that doesn't have some sort of community or some sort of word out about it already, mm-hmm. then to be honest, it might not go anywhere. And that's just coming from me. So that's why I want to provide these strains to people like yourself, because it just helps me get the word out.
And it's cool because I mean, I got my own strain now, so
exactly.
It's freaking awesome.
There you go, exactly, bro. Exactly.
I love it. And is there any upcoming milestones or events we should know about when it comes to your token?
Yeah, actually. So I'm actually going to be attending 8 Fest next month.
Okay.
I'm going to be hosting, or not hosting, but I'm going to be sponsoring a couple parties out there. Meaning I'm actually going to be bringing out 2 pounds for these guys over at the ape community, and they're going to have the ape on the front, a mutant ape on the front. So should be pretty fun, man.
Nice. That would be cool, man. Especially being out there in Florida. Is that where it's at?
No, it's actually in Vegas. It's in
Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going out there for Complex Con, and they're going to have a couple.
Yeah. Okay.
8 Fest is like a subsidiary event to it.
That'd be fun, man.
Yeah.
That'd be a blast. And can you how can people get involved with you and your community, like what your socials are and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the main thing that I'm on is go ahead and follow Xotics Only, THCA on X. That's the main thing I am on. And it's because all of these other platforms like Instagram, Twitch, and stuff like that, they're real strict on mm-hmm. what you could post on there. Mm-hmm. They don't appreciate videos of a whole weed warehouse.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. That's kind of why I'm on X and why, I'm on Pump and I'm going to start streaming on Pump, is because they provide the creators with, go ahead and do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You're free to create as it should be. You know what I mean? So that's why, I'm in the social media environment that I'm in.
Nice. Mm-hmm. And where can they find you on X?
Xotics Only. THCA.
Xotics Only. So definitely check out his X. And what's your website?
My website too, yeah. So I got a website. It's on Shopify. It's xoticsonly.myshopify.com.
That's right. Definitely go there and pick up yourself some Pump Radio Premium.
Pump Radio available
now.
That's
it. And also, I was going to ask you is, how do you handle FUD, like fear, uncertainty, and doubt when it comes to your token? Like pretty much people talking shit. How do you feel about that?
In terms of feeling, it doesn't feel good.
Right.
But at the end of the day, with something like this, you got to take feelings out of it, mm-hmm. because, I know for a fact I got a plan that I'm going to stick to. And, something I like saying is that, if you don't have a plan, then you plan to fail. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to stick to my guns and stick to myself, because there's always going to be somebody saying that you can't do it.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I guess my answer to that would be, just stick to your guns, stick to myself, and tell myself I can, because I can.
That's it, man. That's it. That's what I said too, man. Because I had a lot of people come to me and they're just like, "Oh, you ain't gonna go nowhere" and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Watch. Pump Radio is gonna be bigger than what you ever seen." You know what I mean? So,
that's a fact.
It's getting there, man. It's getting there. And what's your approach on marketing, like, to get more eyes on your project?
So that's a great question. So in terms of the coin, a lot of people in the space, they're like, "Oh, you got to send supply to this KOL," or it's always getting some KOL. Mm. So my version of getting the attention of these quote unquote KOLs is doing what I'm doing for you. The Pump Radio strain. Right. We actually got the Nevergoon strain, and we also got the Solana Steve strain, along with the Base strain. So with that being said, I want to classify myself as the Nike of the weed industry.
Okay.
So in order for me to get my word out there, mm-hmm. I want to collab with these people and offer them 60% of all revenue that comes to their strain. So
nice, man.
It's kind of, brings me back to the Nike of the weed industry. Fuck a shoe deal.
Right.
Sign a strain deal.
That's right. Get a strain deal. Get your name on the strain. You know what I mean? Exactly. Get your logo on the strain. Yeah, I would say that's probably way better than Nike. I got to say.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hell yeah.
And also, will there be any like NFTs or merch or anything that featured around your token?
So I haven't traveled down the NFT avenues yet, But I'm definitely looking on getting, like T-shirts and stuff.
There you
and,
go, some merch.
At the end of the day, I feel like the bags itself is the merch, because these are I want them to kind of become like collectibles, and an idea that I had in the future was, is say I get with like some celebrity or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're really big in the weed industry. I want to treat that strain drop like it's like a rare Pokemon card opening.
There you go.
Sense.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've ever played like My Team on 2K, but when you're opening, I got the Galaxy Opal card. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I kind of want to do that with my strains, where it's like, this is the only strain that's going to drop, and there's going to only be like 6 bags of it.
Oh, that's cool.
So, just want to take this time real quick to let y'all know that Pump Radio is now sponsored by Xotics Only, the best THCA coming out of Denver, Colorado. Definitely go check them out at exoticsonly.myshopify.com to go ahead and make your purchases on the best strains that are out right now. Also, you can check them out on X at exotics_only THCA. And back to the show.
So the next question I got for you is, you have any advice for anybody that wants to launch their own crypto project, their own, token here on Pump Fun?
Yeah, my advice to them would be, build your community first, and don't let anybody tell you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Just stick to your guns, have the plan or plan to fail.
That's right, man. That's right. And who are your top 2 influencers when it comes to this Pump Fun space right now?
I would say, I'll pull them all in one category.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Jakey and those guys over at the Based House. Just simply because of the fact they're months early on the whole creator capital market scheme, so it's I'll give my flowers to them for sure.
Yeah, man, they're fucking awesome, man. Every time I tune into them, I'm just like, man, you know what I mean? I saw how they did it, and I was just like, I know I could do it too. So they're definitely a big influence. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Kind
of created the blueprint of the creator capital market.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh yeah. And the next question I got for you as well is, what's the most toxic thing that you dealt with in this space? Like, there is toxicity and there's also positivity. What was the worst thing you dealt with, and what was the best thing that you dealt with within the space so far?
I would say the most toxic thing I've dealt with is meeting somebody in the same field as me in the marijuana industry. Mm-hmm. And instead of us coming together as one, as a team, as it should be, he kind of got a little by himself, and he kind of wanted to put me in a category that wasn't with him, which made no sense. So, there's people that will always try and say they're the first and say that they're the only one, but don't let that happen. If you got something similar to somebody, don't let them be the sole creator of it. You know what I mean? So there's that, and then I'd say most positive, man, is honestly sitting down here with you, man. What you're doing is pretty positive to the space, man.
Thank you, man, and I thank you for doing this interview with me, because it is awesome feeling to do this, especially in person. This is like the goal I've been wanting to do, is do in-person interviews with the devs in their environment. So we're here in your environment, you know what I mean? So after the interview, everyone's going to be able to see the whole rundown of the facility, which is even cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome. And, there's a question I got to ask you, like I would ask everybody else, but, if you were to, choose between the two, would you snitch on your plug, or would you, give the IRS your crypto keys?
So I'm definitely not snitching on myself. A saying I got is money grows on trees, mm-hmm. And you just got to look at the right trees that it grows on.
That's right, man. That's right.
With that being said, I'm going to give the IRS my crypto keys and make it all back.
That makes the both of us, man. That makes the both of us. And the last question I got for you is, go ahead and let everybody know who you are, what's your token, where they can find you, and anything you want to say when it comes to the end of this interview right here.
Hell yeah. First and foremost, thank you for having me, man.
Thank you. I
really appreciate being in this position.
Thank you for having me as well, man.
There's that. And, again, my name's Damon Jaramillo. I own and operate Xotics Only THCA. Go ahead and follow us on X. That's Xotics Only _THCA. And go ahead and get yourself a little bit of the Pump Radio strain. It's on exoticsonly.myshopify.com.
That's right, man. So definitely go hit that up. Definitely go check out his coin. Make sure you buy his coin. This guy's doing the most when it comes to this Web3 space. So, yeah, man, that includes our interview. So I definitely appreciate you doing this interview with me. I appreciate you letting me come out here and doing this. So,
Oh, yeah, bro. Appreciate you.
yeah, man, no problem,
you,
man. But thanks, dude.
Hell
Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, guys, if you are tuning in, to Pump.Fun, just know Pump.Fun is the best place to create a meme coin or any project that you're trying to get out there. Especially going live with it. It's like a one and only thing, you know what I mean? And we're still early, so get in early so you could blow up just like how we are. So, yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man. Definitely appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Check, 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 yeah, check, 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 yeah, yeah, check, 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 yeah, check, 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 yeah, yeah, check, 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 yeah, check, 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 yeah, yeah.